Good Monday to you. I hope you all had a good weekend. The word I have for you today has been burning inside of my heart since the Lord started to piece it together at the beginning of the year when I started my devotional reading of the Bible. I'm going to start with Lot, go back to Abraham, and then back to Adam, and then hopefully tie it all together. Please do not hear that this is a bashing of the sexes, because it isn't. All right, let's dig in. So, if you are unaware, Lot is one of the people in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. And before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, he sent his angels to the city. And they were at the city gate, and Lot saw them there, and he asked them to come stay with him. And they said, no, we'll stay here at the city gates. And he said, oh no, my lords, please don't do that. Come to my house. So they went to Lot's house. And when they got to Lot's house, there was this mob of men who demanded that Lot release the angels to them. And he said no, that he would not do that. And the angels of the Lord slammed. Lot had gone outside to talk to these men, and the angels of the Lord pulled Lot back into his house, slammed the door shut. But before that, Lot said to these men who were there for nefarious reasons, I have 2 daughters. You can take them and do what you will with them. Well, thankfully, that did not happen. So let's go back now to Abraham. Abraham and Sarah were childless. And in those days, it was an honor for a woman to become a mom, to have children. And Sarah was downtrodden. She was probably depressed because she didn't have any children. So what she did was she gave her slave Hagar to Abraham and said, take her and maybe I can start a family through her. Let's go back to Adam. Adam and Eve are in the garden. Eve offers Adam the fruit. Adam takes it, he eats it, and then when God questions him, he blames it on Eve. And Eve, in turn, blames it on the serpent. What on God's green earth, this side of heaven, were they thinking? I truly, truly believe that one of a father's, a brother's, a son's, an uncle's responsibility is to protect the heart of the women that God has placed in their lives. If Adam would have protected Eve's heart and would have suggested to her, no, hey, maybe we should not eat the fruit, things might have been different. I mean, that's all part of the story. God would have found another way for the enemy to tempt Eve and for sin to come into the world. But if Abraham would have protected Sarah's heart and said, let's just trust God. This isn't a really good idea. Then maybe Sarah would have felt heard and would have felt loved. And if Lot would have protected the hearts of his daughters, he would have never offered them to a gang of men. And ladies, we're not off the hook on this. Can you see, well, at least in Eve and Sarah's situation, can you see the influence they had over their husbands' lives? And we have that same influence in our spheres. We have that influence in our marriages, with our children, in our relationships, at work, wherever we speak. We have influence, and it is our responsibility to use that influence wisely. I like to share the paint can analogy. The paint can is you're carrying a can of paint and you stumble and you make an unwise choice and that paint can drops. And not only does it splatter onto you, it splatters onto the lives of those around you, people that may not even be involved in the situation. It hits them. I think about Hagar in Hagar was the slave of Sarah, who she gave to Abraham, who Abraham got pregnant with Ishmael. That paint can that Sarah and Abraham dropped splashed onto Hagar, who had really no say in the matter. So today I encourage you to carry your paint cans lightly. Don't drop them. Let's make wise choices. Let's make choices that honor and glorify God. And the only thing that we're splashing onto others is the splash of the Holy Spirit. Let's touch the lives of the others with the Holy Spirit today. God bless you all. See you soon.